up here in Rutland, Vermont, heading in for first breakfast before our breakfast meeting. It's like Christmas for me. I love it. It's maple season. Sap's going to be running this week. I love helping people chase their dreams. I think it's the most powerful thing. And I've been thinking a lot about it with people that work at Bissell Maple Farm, vendors, farmers. I always want to help people chase their dreams. And I think it's so much more of a powerful motivator than coercion. I don't know if you call it blackmail, but I was recently told that a farmer who went into one of my syrup buyers said, man, I'd sell you my syrup, but the guy that I bought all my equipment from said, if I sell you my syrup, he won't service my equipment anymore. And it's just the complete opposite of who I am. And I thought about that, and that's about power and control. And I'm about freedom and liberty. If you have an equipment vendor that is blackmailing you to sell you your syrup, to sell your syrup to that individual, that's not how you grow a business. That's how you help build a company like mine. So I'm going to be who I'm going to be. And they're going to be who they're going to be. And in the end, let's see which one wins. The person who helps people chase their dreams and achieve their goals, or the person that uses, I don't know, threats, scare tactics. I don't know what you call it. Morning. It is kind of odd walking down a parking lot of a hotel with a camera in the air, but you get used to it. So I just think about that, and my goal this morning is to help people achieve their dreams. Even Dan, I call it the longest job interview ever, because he's not paid, and he's basically shadowing me for over a week. But I know he's a good fit. I know he can help me. He already is. Most people wouldn't work for $0. And I'm straight up about it. Hey, I don't have a role right now. I can't pay you. But I can build one for you. And at least he trusts me enough that I'm not going to take advantage of him. I'm going to help him chase his dreams. So whether that's working for Bissell Maple Farm, traveling with me all over the Maple Belt, he's learning a ton, which has infinite value. Because I think about that. You know, somebody like Elon Musk was like, hey, Nate, we'd like you to come and work for Doge. Can't pay you. Most people would instantly think, what? That's a ripoff. I'm thinking, holy crap, I'll have Elon Musk's cell phone in my phone. That's pretty helpful. Guess it's just a different way of thinking about things. I'm going to give my buddy Richard at Northern Eagle a shout out. This is an Alaskan maple syrup company, but they have maple syrup over there. So I'm going to save this for when I don't have maple syrup. I gotta put syrup in every one of these little squares.
Of course.
Can't help.
Can't help it.
No square unfilled. Good morning, good morning. Got a little treat for you today. I've always wanted to go to this building. It is the original G.H. Grimm Building in Rutland, Vermont. So Gustave Grimm started his evaporator company in Hudson, Ohio. And I've been looking at some historical documents on maple production and getting some information from University of Vermont. The amount of maple sugar that was produced in 1860, we had this thing going on, Civil War. If you were in the North, you couldn't get sugar. Cane sugar was made with slave labor, so we all became sugar makers. When I say we all, it's basically anyone that had a dairy farm, everybody had cows to milk, almost everybody made sugar, maple sugar. Today, I don't even think we're making as much maple today in the world as they were in 1860. I think it's close. I'll put the document up on the screen that shows. Back then it was sugar. Refrigeration wasn't invented. Maple sugar is the original maple product. It's not some cool, hip new product. It's the original. That's why we're called sugar makers, and we're sugar in, and a sugar shack, sugar house, sugar works. The word sugar is used a lot in the vernacular for maple because it's an old word, just like ironworks, waterworks. It's an old term. Going to this building was originally built to make evaporator pans. Buckets were built in this facility at one point. Leader eventually bought G.H. Grimm, but this is a historical building in the maple industry, and I think it's pretty cool. So we have the chance to walk through it, take some footage, share it with you, and talk about it a little bit. But G.H. Grimm. And then I think G.H. Grimm, when Gustave moved his facility from Hudson, Ohio, built the one in Vermont. I believe they closed the one in Hudson, Ohio in like the 40s or 50s. And I believe he hired his cousin to run his facility up in Montreal, which eventually became part of Dominion and Grimm. So a little bit of maple history there on the equipment side. And I've always wanted to go to this building. I've never had a chance. Got some mountains out there, man.
They are gorgeous.
Told you it's prettier in the day.
Oh, yeah.
I like how people from Vermont say there's a rough side of Rutland. Like, they've never been to Detroit. Right?
No.
Like, define rough. G.H. Grimm. Leader evaporator. This is it. It's like a basement, too. That's cool. Anarchy. Look at that big pan sitting there. Cool. This is Howe Street.
So you've got.
You can bring a full truck in here and park
pull
it
in there, right? So this was constructed at a different point in time.
Oh, yeah.
Than the front building. But this is a good solid building. I mean, it's not insulated, but it's a good building.
So, loading dock right here. Sort of. It's cold enough to store syrup in here, that's for sure.
Okay.
So this is also an addition. How many square feet is this? 33,000 I thought I saw?
I need to go back and look. I think I sent you the Lister card that has all that.
Okay. So this is storage. Gotcha. Very cool. This is probably just office space.
Yeah, maybe back in the day, huh?
Right. And then I think you can walk all the way through from here, right?
Yeah, you can.
Cool. Oh, wow. Big break. This is a little older.
Yeah, right. So you're probably, I mean, it's this.
This is 1900s, I'm guessing.
Then that was added, and the other side was added.
There's a giant Sugar Hill
So you probably got
jug.
at least maybe four. You know, the original building. Then either this was same time or added on, and then you've got that piece in the front, this piece in the back.
This you really can't see from the road. I wasn't able to really see this.
No, we can.
This is big, man.
Yeah.
Wow. There's some stack still. Maple stack. And then look at these old carts, dude. These were built in New England, often used in textile factories. Wow. These walls could talk, you know. Is there a basement under us?
I don't believe under us here. There's a basement under the main building. There may be a crawl space or something here.
I got you. Look at these carts, they're cool.
There's a.
Looks like they were sprinkling it. Getting ready to, at least. No, there's sprinkler system in here.
Yeah, sprinkler.
The whole thing?
I think so. I'll remember when we get into the other part of it.
Very cool. This is like an old. I wonder if this was used to make like metal tubing. It's like a little line for drawing. Jeez, I have no idea. Huh. This might have been for doing buckets, spiles, I have no idea. But it's definitely for making some sort of metal working on tin. It's pretty cool. Cool. Oh, this is heated over here.
Yeah, it's because they're still running it.
So here's where they were fabbing things.
Yep.
Press brake. I heard the old bucket forming machine was around somewhere. I smell the fuel oil.
Yeah.
This thing's huge. Is that what it is?
Yeah. You can hear a little steam hiss in there.
Is that how I hear it? Very cool. All of this stuff was probably used quite a bit in one day, at one time. Yeah, this is cool. I want to say like the bucket making machine was in the ceiling. So they used to make sap buckets in here. And I almost wonder if this was the machine that did it. Somebody told me it hung from the ceiling.
Huh.
So maybe this is it. Somebody knows somewhere, right? Look at this. Very cool. Maybe this was it. Forming the buckets. This kind of looks like it'd be the right size, doesn't it? To make a bucket.
That looks pretty close.
Oh yeah, there you go. This is what they were making
I'm
here.
a scientist, but that looks like.
Yeah. This looks like it's where they were formed. Right here. Look at that. That's cool. This is a bucket making machine. That's very neat. So it is in the ceiling and everything. This whole bucket making machine. This was making sap buckets. I don't know if they were wheeling buckets or what, but I know the steel a lot of times came from Wheeling, West Virginia. So I've been to a lot of the galv shops that this was made in Martins Ferry and looking at the spangle. My job was to make this galvanized stick to the metal and make sure that this did not white rust. Back in my old job. It's true, they just set the tools down and that was it.
Tin snips here.
Right. And the old can over there. Yeah. But this whole thing above was probably spinning on some sort of motor. It's interesting. I mean, this thing's probably over 100 years old for making buckets. It's cool.
Still functional. It's very old though.
It's probably safer than the ones they make today.
Yeah, who knows? I mean, but it is.
Freight elevator, huh? That's
I
cool.
think it's got. You got ropes there though, which is crazy.
Is that what it is?
That must not-
Huh. I'll bet you it works.
Yeah, and that's a pretty old elevator. I sold the Brandon Inn a couple years ago that claim to fame had the oldest functioning elevator
In the country?
in the state of Vermont.
Oh, okay.
Which sounds cool. Doesn't feel that cool. But,
Every now and then the gear tooth skips a little bit. And
yeah, but the this one's got to be up there. Freight
Heck
elevator.
yeah. That's cool. Huh. So this is, oh, there is steps in the back there.
Yeah, we can pop up that way.
So this was probably the store where farmers would come in and buy.
That's right. That,
The main door, the front corner.
yeah, probably could have pulled up right there.
Yeah, I know a lot of farmers that came in here were sad when they just closed it down because this is where they got their supplies.
Where are these guys going?
Oh, look, you got a scale right in the floor there to weigh your drums of syrup. They're in up in Swanton, so they're still up in Swanton.
Oh, the company's still.
Yes,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's not worth it.
What do you think?
Our luck it'd friggin' break. So this is the counter where people come in, wait on trade here. That's pretty cool. That's probably for glass. This is where the bosses sat. Old desks. And then the second floor. Why not? This was built by an Ohio guy. Well, financed by an Ohio guy. There's a fireplace here on the second floor. Patent on the wall. It's pretty cool. Drafting table. Get low to the roof.
Yeah, so that's that back part.
Right.
Only part of the building.
This was like almost like living quarters up here.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the setup was.
Sprinklered.
Probably
Restroom.
offices.
Hardwood. Freight elevator's probably around here somewhere.
It'd be up on your
There it is.
right in front.
Man, this thing's big.
Yeah.
It's cool.
You got all wood beams, but they're
I like how they use the maple tubing for the drain here. It's cool. Freight elevator. And what is this? This must be the street we came in on, right?
yeah. So you got
There it is.
yeah.
This is Pine right here.
Yeah.
And then Howe Street's over here.
Here. So Howe Street is the Howe Scale Company
Yep.
in Rutland for many, many years.
I actually have a Howe. So those carts we saw when we first walked in, I had one redone and it was made by Howe Scale
really?
Company. So those carts, it's funny. So that's Howe Street. So there must have been a company.
Yeah. So the Howe Company was started up in, I believe it was in Brandon, I believe, maybe Pittsburgh, just up a little north.
Okay.
They moved here sort of around 1900 or so, and so there's a massive, it's called the Howe Center now, which is kind of right on the railroad.
Okay.
And operated there until maybe like 1980s, something like that. But a major employer.
Is it called the S. Howe Company? Was there an S or just?
Could be. We got a cool book. There's a great local family that bought that Howe Center once they went out of business.
Is it right on that street down at the other end or something?
If you keep going down, I think if you go down Howe Street, if that runs into it. But now it's sort of a commercial park there, a different commercial.
I
space.
gotcha.
But
So this is a paint booth here where they were painting. Definitely. Paint booth. Probably frames for evaporators and stuff. Sap tank frames. Very cool. I was always wondering about this building.
yeah, it's a great building.
Men's restroom. The history in here is insane. Very cool. Man, I really appreciate you making this happen for us. Very cool. Air compressor lines.
Yeah.
Cool. Thank you.
The Vermont Maple World around here would be excited if somebody came back and made
Did
this
maple.
an active building again.
I agree. Turn it into a sugar house. It'd be a freaking cool maple operation.
And it is cool because you've got
The mountains. I mean, look out the back window.
to the downtown. So I'll just kind of show you where we're at.
Just look at that. Mountains in the background there. I don't know if you can see it. It's pretty cool. Right out the back windows, mountains.
One of the things I've talked about with some folks is you're with a little bit of work would be walkable to the downtown and the train station where people get off from New York City, all that sort of thing. So if there was something here where
It was a draw.
commercial use, but also was a draw where you had whatever a brewery or something like that. I mean, even with some of the space here,
Yeah, you got real estate right there. That's Howe Street.
where we're situated here. So Pine Street here, that's that property. The train station's right there. So
What?
crow flies, you're
Like, we're talking Amtrak's right there.
yeah.
So you
this
could
is-
walk right down Howe Street to get.
Yeah, so right now, and then the city owns this property that's sort of
Right behind it.
there. So the city would love to start unlocking this part of town as walkable, this is sort of the main downtown restaurants, all that kind of stuff. So from the train station right there,
Wow.
it's close. So right now you have this walking path here that comes up to the train station. But if this could also be from the train station right across, sort of walk down
Right in.
here and have, access to this. And
Sure.
this sort of becomes connected to the downtown,
I got you.
which would be
Really cool.
pretty confident you would have some excited partners in City Hall if somebody wanted to do something like that.
I got you. I got you. Huh. Yeah, this is really cool. Looks like we got another exit. Should we take it?
that's going. We can go back down that way, the first floor.
Okay. How many? You've been through this before?
Yeah.
Okay. And there's like an attic, you said.
Yeah, third floor. I mean, right now, I don't want to say attic because it's. I don't know if they did any production up there.
Okay.
It's about the same level of finishes as this.
Okay. It's still cool. When I was a kid, I used to read the Leader Evaporator catalogs.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. Huh. I loved when they would come out, man. So, yeah, I would read them. Most kids are,
Well, that's how you became the man.
Yeah, it's true. Like the Leader Evaporator catalogs, I definitely was looking at those. I'd wear out, be worn out by the time the next one came. Because you'd sit there and go, man, I want that someday. This is actually.
I think we have a path here, boys.
Oh, yeah. So it's got a little automatic door opener there.
Yeah.
Door closer, I mean. Oops, steps. Yep, back to the bucket making area. So cool. They're probably soldering under this hood. And that would take the fumes out. Huh. Yeah, it's cool. I'll bet you this thing all still works.
Yeah.
It's very
Not a whole
cool.
lot to it, right? I mean, you the motor's still running.
Right. That probably would put the radius on it. I have no idea. I have no idea what I'm talking about. I just think it looks like it would make buckets. Mm-hmm. This is the drive motor for the entire thing. The belt would run this.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's thinking make buckets in here. Huh. And now they put polymer coatings on there that are like food grade. So you could actually buy it, form it, and it'd be food grade. It's very cool. We can find a date. Wouldn't shock me if these were 1800s, to be honest with you. I mean, this building was built in 1900, so this says number 30. I'll bet you there's a tag on it somewhere. It says when it was built. So this is pushing it, forming a bucket.
1768. Oh no, that's just a number.
Yeah, that was
I was gonna say
that was before older in the country.
Yep.
So this probably formed either a lip or a ring.
But yeah,
So-
here's the writing there if you want to get that.
Let's see.
See the
Brooklyn.
company on that one?
Yeah, Brooklyn, New York.
This one's made in Greensboro, North Carolina over here.
E.W. Bliss Company. Number 176B. B for bucket.
Yes.
And then this thing was probably seaming the bottom of the bucket. So this would probably come around. Either this rotated and it would put a seam on it. So this is E.W. Bliss, Brooklyn, New York. That's an old motor there. I especially like, this looks like a Bissell Maple Farm wire job if I've ever seen one. Probably some wire nuts in there. 17 layers of electrical tape. Yeah. Look at it coming right in on the ceramic. I'd say this bucket machine hasn't run in a while. That's cool, though. 3-phase. You see any dates anywhere? This has to be 1800s, I'm thinking. I'll tell you what, it's built to last. This was built to last. There's something right here in the back. Just the E.W. Bliss. 39 something. Very cool.
Bill and Jason,
We're the bucket
Tom and
monkey.
Bob have playfully named Bill and Jason the Bucket Monkeys.
It's like a wanted poster.
Yeah, Bill and Jason.
Man.
The bucket monkeys. That's funny. Little nicknames. Very cool. I love these doors with these automatic closers. That's spring loaded there. Very cool. Thank you.
Yeah, man.